What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome to another video. It's currently Tuesday the 5th of September, 11:35 p.m. And yeah, we finally had some expansion on Tuesday. It's nice to see some expansion. We moved aggressively higher. We didn't actually trade down into the inversion fair value gap that I had marked out here. You can see price just carried on upwards, and the fact that we didn't trade into this is showing a lot of bullishness on dollar's behalf. So it's nice to see that we traded higher. We have traded into the swing high, which I had marked out, which was here. So now that buy side liquidity has been grabbed, let me just quickly write this out, and we'll make it grey because when price trades through these levels, I like to grey it out. So I had my eyes on this buy side liquidity here and here. You can see we traded through that, and you'll know that I had my eyes set on this volume imbalance resting up here. So now what am I expecting? I want to see dollar continue to show the bullishness that it's been showing. We have traded to the 50% level of this wick here on the daily, so that's something to take note of. And you'll see that we stopped just 5 pips, I think. Was it 5 pips? Just 5 pips short of the consequent encroachment of this wick, which is, very precise. But you can see we traded to that. So what am I expecting? Well, I want to see if we can reach and trade into this volume imbalance, taking out this swing high as well. If we drop down to the 4 hour, we can have a better look. Actually, we'll go to the 1 hour. And you'll see it is quite weird price action, but you can see we came we aggressively traded higher through London, found support on top of that swing high we've taken out. So this line is that swing high, remember, and then we've expanded higher up to that 50% level, and now we're just consolidating. So what do I want to see next? I want to see us expand into that fair value gap, volume imbalance, fill it, and then I'd start looking for any kind of reversal, or I'd have to see what the market shows, whether it wants to go even higher or whether we want to see some expansion lower. Now if we go down to the 15-minute, you'll see how it's important to look at how price touched that swing high. So you can see we traded to it, consolidated, traded through it, came down one more time. We respected these bullish order blocks, as in we traded into the bullish order blocks. It found support at the bullish order blocks. Drink every time I say bullish order block. And then we expand higher, reaching that 50% level. And like I said, now we're consolidating. We do have some nice relative equal lows down here, so price might want to come and dip down one more time, grab stop from there. However, overall, I want to see us continue to expand higher and rush into that volume imbalance. So yeah, let's go over to the pound. Go into the daily, and you'll see that pound has traded lower, of course. We've taken out this swing low just as anticipated, so that's nice to see. And I have got my eyes set on this fair value gap. Now, this fair value gap hasn't been filled yet. You can see we just traded to the top of it. So although we've traded into it already, price is still going to refer to it, so it is still going to use it, which is why I do anticipate price wanting to trade down into it. So I am still expecting a bearish bias on pound. And you'll also see this down wick here. So this is Wednesday's trading, so I'm not really going to count this, but this down wick here, it'll be nice to see if Wednesday can trade up to that. Now, why do I want Wednesday to trade up to that? This is more in-depth price action. ICT hasn't actually taught this directly, so to speak, but if I just mark this out in, let's make it purple, and we'll make it thick, this level, because I want to draw attention to it. We'll make it dashed. If we drop down to the 4 hour, you'll see our price has traded up to it and it's turned around here. So now this wick here is acting as a rejection block. Why? Because this wick on this candle has traded into this wick. I hope this is making sense, guys. This wick has traded up into this candle and then traded away from it. So anytime price comes back up here into this into this candle's wick resting up here, we'll make this a little bit of a darker blue. Anytime price comes into that, I'm expecting resistance. And again, this long wick, remember this blue line is that daily wick. I'm anticipating bearish price action to come away from that. So what do I want to see? I'd like to see if price can trade back up to this level, touch it one more time, and then I'd want to see expansion lower and take out stops resting here, 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 and here, and start to see if it wants to push lower into that fair value gap. Now, as I was saying, remember, this fair value gap has been traded to already, so we have traded through it already, but there is a lot of buy side that can get filled. So it'll be nice to see if price does want to fill it completely. If we look back at the daily, we can see it on a more clear level. You'll see that there is a slight gap left below here. We've wicked down, but it'll be nice to see if price does want to completely fill in that fair value gap. Before we go into euro, let me just quickly go to DXY one more time, because there is one thing I want to show you. We do have a breaker. This is what I call I guess it's a midterm breaker, where we have let me see, it's on 15 minute, it's on the 15 minute. We've got a low, a high, a lower low, and then you can see we've broken higher to the upside. So we're taking out this high, which means that if we cast, where is it? Is it on the hourly? Bear with me, guys. There is a certain level which I was just saying. So never mind what I was showing you with the Fibonacci, but what I was saying is that what I want to draw our attention to is look at how this candle made from the 8 a.m. candles traded down and touched with this candle's high. This is what you call an immediate rebalance. So we can anticipate price to want to continue to expand higher. Immediate rebalances, I generally speaking, I've looked at them in my back testing videos. So I look at them on lower time frames, but the fact that I can see it's on the 4 hour has taught me now that I can anticipate price to continue to expand higher. So we traded down, touched wicks with this, and therefore I'm expecting us to carry on to push higher and run up into that volume imbalance that's on the DXY. So just wanted to draw us back to that. And yeah, we'll get straight to euro now. We'll go on the daily. And euro, in terms of where it's trading to, you can see that we've had a much larger expansion on euro compared to pound. And what is it looking for? Well, we know there's sell stops resting below this low, so I am going to mark out this as potential reach for sell side liquidity. And there's these relatively high lows, resting there as well. But in terms of imbalances on euro, it's very hard for me to actually find them, so to speak. Let me see on the weekly actually. If we do trade through these lows on the weekly, so if we do reach down here, then I'd look at the 50% level of this wick. So I can mark that out as well as a potential reach, as this would be consequent encroachment. Weekly consequent encroachment, we'll make that black, make that dash, and we can put weekly consequent encroachment. Center. There we go. So what am I expecting on euro? Again, it'll be nice to see a nice retracement, maybe not too high. We do have this order block here. You can see the low of it, so we can draw this out. And as soon as price trades back into this area, I'm expecting it to find resistance. Yes, this is a bullish order block, but once we trade through a bullish order block, it should then act as a bearish order block. So we're going to treat it the same way in terms of drawing out the 50% level to mark out the mean threshold, which will be here, 4.1. We can then make that thinner, make it red as well. And yeah, I want to see if price does return back into this bullish turn bearish order block. I then expect more selling, and for us to then run down into this sell side liquidity and potentially reach for that weekly volume imbalance, that weekly consequent encroachment. Let's drop down to the 4 hour, see what we can see. Again, not much. You can see we've gapped down quite a lot. And one thing to pay attention to, especially on the hour, is look at how the delivery has happened. So I was just showing this to my friend earlier. You can see if you look at the wicks, they're crossing over with each other. This here would be an immediate rebalance, just what I was showing in the other pair. Immediate rebalance here. This candle trades into this candle wick. This is all what I do in my back testing videos, by the way, so I suggest you go watch that. This wick into this wick, immediate rebalance, and then another one which isn't immediate, but it is a rebalance, is here. So look at how these candles trade back into this wick here. So that's again why I'm expecting price to, if it does reach back up here, to find resistance at these levels, to then want to push lower, run out these lows, and aim for this sell side liquidity. But yeah, it is crazy right now. A lot of price action, so to speak. And yeah, we do. Let me see if we can see a breaker. Do I see a breaker? stuff, but I'm not going to get into that right now. That's everything, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.